Yo, what it is, ITS HAB checking in, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Like a vacant house, I feel all alone. The mama on the crane gon' take me out. She play on my song like on and on, like you gon' make it out.
Alright, we got ITS HAB jumping off the porch with us today.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, gang?
Shit, I'm vibing.
For sure.
Hanging out.
You was out last night, boy. You a little bit slumped down. I see you.
Yeah, I ain't really a drinker like that.
Boy, you caught them Atlanta vibes.
I caught them Atlanta vibes yesterday.
What you got into?
Shit, we had went to some shit called 1145.
Oh, okay.
Got something to eat and then went out there. Yeah.
Fucking
She was
with it?
about. Yeah, I was fucking with it.
For sure. Made you a drink.
Yeah, Atlanta got a lot of good vibes.
You already know the vibes.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you on the porch with us now today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? So what you getting into while you out here working?
Shit, I'm really on tour right now with NoCap and my show later today. So that's really why we out here for real.
That's real.
And doing a little other shit, trying to
Doing
type
your
in
little
shit.
hell yeah. I make
sure.
you feel to know that you can see and do other shit, just stop chasing your dreams.
Yeah, you know, show you like you always gotta keep going. You don't know how far you can take shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just make you know it's working.
Hell
so you
yeah.
just gotta keep going, you can't stop.
What's it like touring with Cap?
Shit, I really don't got an answer for you yet. I only did one show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's it been like so far?
It's been, I fuck with it.
You
I ain't
fucking
gonna lie.
with
Yeah. It's just nigga learning right now,
Some
trying to see
learning
what it is.
experience shit.
Probably like, and after the next couple shows, see how that
That's
shit
real.
flow.
I bet you was still hella different from where you from though, you know what I'm saying? The scene. and
Yeah, like I ain't never been in, the first show was in North Carolina.
shit. Yeah.
I ain't never been through North Carolina before, just seeing how
Yeah.
that shit look cutting through the city, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah.
So
Meeting
what
the
can you tell
people
us
in the
about
city.
growing up in Broward County?
Broward County fast, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, it'd be all the fuck shit too, it'd be all the like, people going through it, but it's really about money where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? So you live kind of like a fast life, you just try to keep up with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What part of Broward you from?
East Miramar, right there like on the county line. It's right next to Miami, but we like the end of Broward.
Yeah.
You could call it the end of the beginning, whatever you want to call it.
What would you say makes your side different from the rest of the city?
I ain't gonna lie, like everybody there, like everybody I know from around that way, everybody a hustler. Like I ain't meet Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I ain't trying to even say like, oh, every city got its people that's, you know what I'm saying? But right there, like everybody in that area, like hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like they doing something, they rapping, they getting money. Like it's motivation on that, like niggas really getting to it. Cause we know what it could be.
Right.
So we try to make it something different, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
Yeah, majority of the city kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We all know each other, we all grew up with each other, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
Yeah.
So how would you describe yourself as a child?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Sudan, Africa, you know what I'm saying? And then we moved out here. Like, my family, they immigrants or whatever, so we really ain't come from shit like that.
Yeah.
So as a child, like, I just wanted more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted more for myself, like, I seen the nice sneakers, I seen the nice cars and shit like that. That's all I thought about as a child, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about playing and nothing like that. It was really on my mind for like, since I was young, for like a better life.
That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
So how would you describe your childhood growing up?
I had a good childhood, like I was hustled, you know what I'm saying? And I met people along the way that like, I had my bumps and bruises, nothing perfect, but I met people along the way that like had the same mentality as me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm still around them niggas today, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah.
No, that's real. At what age would you say you first knew that you had to pick up and get it on your own?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, like, soon as I probably like in elementary, like soon as I like hit middle school, I seen a difference, cause you wearing uniform and everybody got nice sneakers on and shit like that. But like you coming with dirty shit, you coming with like shit from Walmart, so like you starting to learn the difference, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you like, I feel like in your brain, like you start wanting nicer shit, I feel like that's when you get into that type of mentality, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want this, so you finna go get that.
Figure out how to get that shit. Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
So at what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
Like middle school, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like I was blessed to like have niggas around me that like, got to the money before me, or like all the niggas, so I got to see this shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have it, but I got to see this shit. So my mentality, like from early, I had that type of mentality, like go and get it. For sure.
So what's some of the bullshit you can say you done seen or been through since jumping off the porch in middle school?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, it be just niggas, you know, you dealing with snakes, you dealing with lies, you dealing with a whole bunch of fuckery, but you just gotta like kind of fight through that shit. It's a part of life, you just can't let that shit beat you down, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna keep happening. Like everything I feel like you go through when you're younger is gonna like frame you into what you're gonna become later, you know what I'm saying? So I've been through it all, I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest life lesson?
Biggest life lesson, I ain't gonna lie, just, you know what I'm saying? You gotta trust to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? When you put too much into people, like it don't matter who it is, and they fuck you over, like something happen, it's gonna damage you. So just trust to a certain extent to like, you know what I'm saying? Don't fall too deep into nothing. Keep your mind frame like, you gotta have some type of tunnel vision, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Don't fall too deep into anything.
For sure.
For sure.
So how would you say you pioneered through life after that, through middle school?
Yeah, it's like I said, it was kind of like a tunnel vision type of thing. So it's like you learning, you know what I'm saying? So I just took that and I just kept going and like taking little bits and pieces from different people, you know what I'm saying? Cause like even when you meeting people, you learning shit from other niggas.
Yeah.
You meeting flaw people, but you also meeting shit like, you know what I'm saying? People that could show you a lot of real shit, you know what I'm saying? So just learning from different people and just having some type of tunnel vision.
How would you say your hustle advanced as you got older through life?
It's like just being smarter with a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, you probably getting the money, blowing it, getting the money, blowing it. When you're young, like $200-300, that's a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? But from there, like I feel like learning how to like keep up with money, I like, you know what I'm saying?
Stack that shit instead of
Stack
spending.
that shit, learn how to stack it, you know what I'm saying?
sure.
Learn how to like keep the paper there, keep it coming in.
How long would you say it took you to become disciplined with money like that?
I'm still trying to learn how to be disciplined, you know what I'm saying? But the more, it just come with time, you know what I'm saying?
What made you want to try music out?
I think it was during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? I was in Orlando for a little bit, then I came home, you know what I'm saying? I had came home, I seen all my dogs getting into music and shit like that. I had made a song, and then my dog ended up dropping it on his distro kit for me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have like a distro kit account, and I don't even think I had enough money for that bitch. So my dog just put the song on there, and the shit went up from there. And they patched up for my music video and put that shit together, and then we started like, you know, going through that shit, and then right after that, I think like, but it was just, I didn't really care, like it was just for fun. Like, I think a little bit after that, I had got familiar with, you know the nigga Mooski, the track star nigga? Yeah, I had kind of like seen that song being made in a sense, right? Like we had the same cameraman. Like, all right, boom. And then I went out of town. I ended up getting locked up out of town, right? But I seen this song being made now. I'm on the way to like the county jail or whatever it is, and I hear the song on the radio. Mind you, I'm all the way in the Midwest, and I seen this song being made. So that shit gave me a realization like, oh, that's crazy. Like niggas could really make this shit happen.
Yeah.
Once I got out of jail, I came back to the crib. We started turning that shit up for real. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you had seen behind the wall?
Yeah, I ain't like that was a white area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, not like the white people or whatever, but it's different. It's like a culture shock, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that basically, like how they operate, you know what I'm saying? Cause like we come from an area where it's just straight black people, and then like, you know, somebody else running the show up there, like.
Facts.
So it's just trying to like adjust. That shit crazy.
No, for sure. So what was the shit you was going through and like programming yourself to do when you came home while you was locked away?
It's just try to focus, bro, cause sometimes like we so 1 foot in, 1 foot out with shit.
Yeah.
Shit don't go the right way. And I still had that problem, like, you know what I'm saying? I got my manager, he keep me like in line or try to like keep me focused. But me and him butt heads a lot cause of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like on some 1 foot in, 1 foot out shit. He want me to be all the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna come a time for that too, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, like balance.
For sure.
For sure.
So what was the first records you laid down once you came home?
It was a song called, like once I got out, I think it was the Portland song. Yeah. Was Portland song? Yeah.
What was that?
Or Black
studio
on
set?
Black. It was like Black on Black. I think it was Black on Black. And we had dropped that. And that's when I was home for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we dropped Black on Black, shit started going crazy.
What was that studio session like?
You know, I think I was in there alone. I was in there with somebody named Leo. I was like listening to the beat on the way to the studio. And then like, I'm just listening to it, I'm like, damn, That's crazy. Like I just felt like it was gonna go, and it ended up going.
How long did it take you to develop like your creative work process?
I was never like slow, you know what I'm saying? But over time, like I peeped, like once I stepped away from it a long time and I came back, I got a lot better, you know what I'm saying? So it took some time, but it didn't take too long.
No, for sure. So talk about forming together your debut project, The Big Eye.
You know, it's crazy, like that shit was over, cause over the whole time I was rapping, that was just all them songs from that whole time. Like them 2 years I was, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure the shit out or whatever. I just collected all them songs, the ones that made the most sense. I just like put them on that project. And that's who I am, I'm the Big Eye. So it's kind of like an introduction to myself or whatever.
That's real.
For sure.
How did people gravitate towards the project?
They was really fucking with it. It's like the day of the release of the shit, I ain't plan on doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? My manager was like, let's try to do something real quick. So we booked the studio session the same day of the drop, and we made a little post, like, yo, if you want to come here, whatever, come through and drop the address. That shit was so deep, like the studio people had to shut it down. They're like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta hurry this shit up and get up out of here. It's too many of y'all.
Damn.
So we knew like it was a lot of like good shit in the city. Like people really believe in this shit, cause within like 2-3 hours of like just us making a post and whatever, everybody showed up to come listen to it. And then people started gravitating to it after that. Everybody posting to it, listening to it, you know what I'm saying? They're dropping visuals to the shit after that. People gravitated to it the right way.
No, that's too real.
For sure.
How did you get co-signed some niggas like Jadakiss The Game?
I just woke up and I seen that shit one day. Yeah. I ain't never really tap in with them boys either like that. But I guess they was fucking with certain songs or whatever.
That's real.
Yeah.
And the list go on. Summer Walker, Rich the Kid, Lil Tyler, Stunna for Vegas.
Yeah. It's Stunna for Vegas, I probably like one of the, I fuck with bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like he'll pick up the phone and call you on some random shit like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see what's going on. So I fuck with bro a lot.
That's real, that's real.
Yeah.
What is it that you want listeners to take from your music?
This is the shit I done been through, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody got a story. And I feel like a lot of people in life go through the same shit you go through. Y'all just don't know each other. And that's their way of like knowing who I am through my music. Or them trying to find their peace. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or they trying to get to their state of mind listening to my shit, you know what I'm saying? This is the shit I've been through. And y'all can gravitate to it.
No, that's real shit. How much is it to be vulnerable when you make music? Because a lot of people don't know how to say vulnerable shit and relatable shit and be okay with it.
Yeah, I feel like you somebody that I feel like if you've been through it all, the last thing you care about is what you talking about in your music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like probably like damn near damaged, bitch. So it don't matter at that point. Like you just got to not care about people's opinion. That shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a story to tell it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. People gonna gravitate to that even more.
No, for sure.
For sure.
What is it that you want most from your music career?
Shit, just feel like to help people out or to be heard, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my city got so much gold in it. I feel like the music I talk about, so much gold in it. Like this shit got to be heard, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit got to step for real. So niggas just trying to get heard.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
What type of aspirations besides music you got? What's some other avenues of income you want to dive into?
Shit, I know like eventually I want my, you said besides music, but eventually I want my own label. You know what I'm saying? That's like what's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Probably open up a studio in the future or something like that.
For sure.
For sure.
Real shit. You had what, 3+ million streams on the first one? What you want for the second one?
Shit, niggas gotta go 100 times more, probably. Shit, 50.
Nah, for real.
100, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 200.
Who's some of the artists you want to work with and you look up to?
I know Rod Wave, a big one.
Yeah.
Kodak for sure, cause that's where I'm from. It's a lady named Lana Del Rey too. I don't know if you know her.
Hell yeah, I know Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, I fuck with her.
You fuck with
music.
Lana Del Rey, bro?
Yeah, I do. It was like somebody that used to play her music a lot, and that shit kind of stuck with me in that period of time. Lana Del Rey, Kodak. Rod Wave, a big one for me. Like I want to work with bro. I just want to like tap in with bro and shit like that. Drake too. You know?
No, that's real.
Yeah.
What about Rod Wave stick out to you the most?
And I feel like you said, like being vulnerable. Bro's being vulnerable in his music. He let people into his world. You know what I'm saying? That shit not as easy as people think it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Cause like the people around you, like, oh shit, you was going through that. You know what I'm saying? You probably a nigga that's smiling all the time or whatever, and they listen to your music and be like, oh shit, for real? So it'd be sometimes hard to like let go of certain shit and talk about it, but bro do a very good job of that shit.
No, for sure.
For sure.
Would you say it's hard to make that a Broward?
You know what I'm saying? I say like nowadays everybody kind of like more coming together. In the past it was more separated, but like I feel like you stay consistent and it stay how it is right now. I feel like you can make it. You just gotta be consistent.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the biggest change you want to implement in the city?
It like, it's probably like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? Probably just bringing more structure to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I know when I first started, I was clueless. So like if somebody wanna make music, he should be able to like, all right, so this how it go. I ain't know how to drop a song. I ain't know how to get that shit on Apple Music. There's a lot of shit I just ain't know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if people wanna get into shit like music or like anything, there should be some type of guidance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I would have been probably like started clicking shit if I knew what to do, I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? So probably like helping like little young niggas like more guidance, you know what I'm saying? Like if they come, if I open the studio or whatever, it's like teaching them certain shit like this how it go, you know what I'm saying? So just implementing like more guidance in the city.
That's real
for like
shit.
shit niggas wanna do, for sure.
No, that's real. Besides music, what else you working on right now?
See, I ain't gonna lie, like that's the only thing on my mind right now. Ain't really nothing else. Besides just like getting money or whatever, and ain't nothing else on my mind right now.
No, I feel you. So talk about putting together the record Vacant House. How did that record come together, and did you ever expect that bitch to blow up like it did?
Yeah, you see, like I made that song. I probably like in the beginning too, when I made like around the time I made Black on Black, I made them first song. It was somebody, or my other manager named Gucci. He introduced me to somebody named Loaded Up Carl. And he brought me to the studio one day, like my first time in a studio called Circle House. He brought me to that studio and Carl was making the beat right there. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time I also seen like somebody make a beat in front of me. So I got to vibe out with somebody for the first time. And then we made the song. I'm probably like, you know, it's crazy too, like I had put like a little note in my phone, like I ain't gonna drop this song until I can get Rylo on it one day. I put like Vacant House, I put Rylo Rodriguez feature on it. And that shit ended up happening. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
You manifested that shit.
Manifested that shit.
So how you get Rylo on that bitch?
Really like my team ended up kind of putting that shit together.
Yeah.
And then after that, I ended up going like some type of relationship with bro, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah.
And y'all came together and knocked that shit out.
Knock that shit out.
That was wild. Did you ever expect that bitch to did the numbers it did?
You know what I'm saying? I never really I just put the music out.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to think about what it could do. But I guess people gravitated to it and it went up.
That bitch went all the way up.
Yeah.
How the people in the city felt about it?
Everybody in the city know it.
Yeah.
Like I see, I pull up at barbershop in the city, like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody know it. Like that shit is kind of big, cause like our city very small. Like literally, like you could, the start of the city right here, the end right here. Drive through that motherfucker one road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's University Drive. Like drive through that motherfucker one road. It's over with.
Yeah.
So like everybody gonna know about it. It's a very small area. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
For sure.
So you definitely make an impact in your community.
You got to.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
Any last words and shout outs?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would shout out my managers, my team, my people back home in the city, East Miramar. I know everybody finna light that shit up soon, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can follow me everywhere, ITS HAB.
Real shit.
For sure.
It's HAB, man. We appreciate having you on the porch with us today, gang.
For sure, don't love. I appreciate y'all bringing me out here.
Like a vacant house, I feel all alone. I'm on my own, the crane gon' take me out. She play on my soul, like on and on, like you gon' make it out. Separate my soul, I gotta go, man.